Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long for Vic. Geno Atkins able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Eagle. Lion. 300.
Vic on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. Being chased out left. He's
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Hey, let's go.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Dancing to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Hey, let's go.
He was a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Orange. Lion. 300.
On third down, Vic. Completes it to Spencer Ware. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
Lion. 300. Hey, let's go block you now.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Well, I guess they wanted to. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, 43 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawrence Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of football. Gives your defense a break and takes care of business. That's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
190.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line. Of scrimmage. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Vic. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They will indeed go for it. Vic, flush to his right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On the carry, here's Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Barry Sanders scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Hey, let's go.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Vick with a give to Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And how much fun is it to watch Howie Long play defense? He spent his entire Hall of Fame career with the Raiders, initially playing for Coach Madden, and won a Super Bowl ring with the Raiders as well.
That's Super Bowl 18 over the Redskins, and I think Coach Madden was actually in the booth for that broadcast. And that was, what, 1984?
It certainly was. Big victory for the Raiders, gaining another Super Bowl title.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a second down throw for Vick. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Howie Long able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now here's Vick. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Vick operating on 1st down. Space to run past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This is Sanders. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run with Barry Sanders, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Elway on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, Williams. Oh, good move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Here's Michael Vick, buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And it is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he will take it on in for a giant. Touchdown. Ricky Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board, no matter what the score says.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Elway. scrape off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player with 900 or more receptions. 12 more yards there and another first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play reminded me of Michael Strahan in 2001 when he was absolutely incredible. That was the year he set the single-season record for most sacks with 22 and a half.
And not surprisingly, Defensive Player of the Year that season. And he also led the league in sacks in 2003, 142 and a half in his career. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They run it again with Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th. It's Elway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field. Now
they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Vick now. Flushed out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, Vick. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And oh, what a catch that time by the 6'4" Herman Moore. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Herman Moore, 44 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Again, it's Vick. Forced out to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Running out the Hall of Famer with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Out of his end zone, here's Vick being chased out left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing, Vick. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And that is incomplete. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play fake. Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw is Rodgers, and that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. This is Williams, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Williams. Ricky Williams, 30 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins by. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Let's go, come on.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Oko, over here.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to look deep. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. And what a big-time play there. And even 40 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Reset. Hey, easy.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, this is blocked. And the Giants have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And they'll run it here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll run with a fullback. Use check. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they turn to their bigger body there on the dive. Fullback dive, just couldn't get it done.
And sometimes even that bigger body needs even bigger bodies to help him get there. They weren't able to create a crease for him. Ended up not getting the first down.
Over here.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got his tailback, Ricky Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. It's Brooklyn football. Rodgers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good... And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Anderson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Elway will throw, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Over. Get 300. Get 300. Oko, over here. No.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Looking deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, where are going?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ricky Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Anderson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gone!
On third down, Elway. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On third down, here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching now, Barney.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll run it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Following the penalty, it's Williams. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randy Moss, 38 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Anderson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Brooks. And this one will be brought back to the 22.